I was thinking about ordering lunch. Do you want to get some burgers today?
I'm feeling burgers, honestly. I could go for some sushi though.
Nah, I would really like to get burgers, I think.
No, it's too heavy, too fatty. Sushi is much better.
Burgers are the best.
Sushi is better.
There's only one way to settle this.
I think I know what you mean.
Duel!
Time to cook.
Let's see what you got, sushi man.
For my first card, I'm going to activate Gunkan Suship Yard Seaside Supper Spot. That's a lengthy one.
That's a mouthful.
And it will actually activate its effect just in a second. I can special summon from my head Gunkan Suship Shari Red by revealing a normal Gunkan Suship Shari in my hand.
Oh, the sushi's being made. I see it happening.
Now I have two triggers. My field spell can trigger, and on summon my Gunkan Suship Shari can also trigger. I will do Chain Link 1 field spell, Chain Link 2 Gunkan Suship Shari Red. Gunkan Suship Shari Red will special summon Suship Shirawuo from the deck. And then my field spell will let me stack one card on top of my deck. Next, I'm going to normal summon Suship Shari. And now, because I'm controlling Suship Shari, I can special summon Ikura from my hand.
He's got a field full of sushi already.
Then I can activate Ikura's effect and reveal the top 3 cards of my deck. If there's a Shari amongst them, I can either special summon it or add it to my hand. Since I stacked one card earlier, luckily there's one Shari, so I'm gonna add it to my hand. For my first extra deck summon, I'm going to use my Shari and my Shirawuo and make my Gunkan Suship Shirawuo class carrier.
Okay.
Now, since Shirawuo class carrier has both Shari and Shirawuo as material, I can in sequence draw one card and then search a Gunkan spell trap from my deck.
Delicious.
I'll draw my card and then I get to search one spell trap from the Gunkan archetype. What I'm going to add is Gunkan Suship Daily Special. Now I'm going to use Shari Red and Ikura to summon my next boss monster, which is Gunkan Suship Ikura class Dreadnought. And because Shari Red is considered Shari on the field, and I also used Ikura, I get to again trigger both effects in sequence, which means this card lets me draw one card, and now every battle phase it can attack twice. Not for this turn, but for future turns. I'll draw one more card, putting me back to a nice and healthy 5. I'll set one, and I'll pass.
You think you're so cool over there, don't you?
I think I'm very delicious here.
I've never been less hungry in my entire life.
The guy doesn't like sushi, can you imagine that?
I'll show you how we do it over in America. Draw for turn. Let's start with Poissonnière de Nouvelles, who will add the level 1 ritual to my hand. Now, it's time to get cooking. She's gonna make our fish recipe to get our level 1.
400 attack. You think that's gonna stand up to my Dreadnought?
Well, actually, it's gonna do 2 things for me. I get to excavate the top 5 and add a Nouvelle that I reveal, which looks like is going to be another copy of our level 1. And also, because Poissonnière was tributed, she comes out to my pendulum zone.
I feel good for now. Let's see what else you're cooking.
You must have been outside in the garden looking through the window, because I forgot to mention, we're at my restaurant at table, which is going to add another recipe card to my hand.
Wow.
So I'll get meat recipe. Next, I'm going to activate Poissonnière's pendulum effect, targeting my level 1 to special summon itself, which will then activate his effect to tribute one of your face-up attack position monsters and special summon a level 2 or 3 ritual from my deck. So you can say goodbye to your Dreadnought.
It tributes?
It tributes, that's right. Here comes Poltis.
More sushi! My Dreadnought left the field due to a card of yours. My field spell activates. I get to special summon a Shari from my hand and then perform an XC summon with it into any of my Gunkan XC monsters. And now I get Gunkan Suship Uniclass Super Dreadnought.
Oh no. Talk about an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Also, since it was summoned with Shari as material, I get to draw a card.
Well, did I mention? Poltis, when it's summoned, also lets me draw a card. Next, I'll use the effect of my restaurant to put one of my rituals on the bottom of my deck and draw a card.
Keep drawing. I'm not gonna out my Super Dreadnought.
That's what you think, because I just drew into today's menu. Are you feeling hungry?
Yeah, for sushi.
Well, sushi's not an option in my restaurant. I'm gonna show you 2 dishes and you get to pick one to add to my hand. I have Val Munier and Foie Glacia.
I have no idea what either of these do, so you'll just get this one.
Thanks. Well, because you gave me a warrior monster, I also get to add a meat recipe to my hand.
You already activated one and nothing came of it. Go ahead.
And I think it's actually time to make a meat recipe. We'll send our Harvest Angel of Doom and our Foie Glacia for Bale Grill. You know what that means, right?
No.
It's getting real close to burger time. Bale Grill negates the effects of all your face-up monsters until the end of the turn. How does that sound?
Not so good, because my Super Dreadnought can negate monsters on your field, but only during a battle phase, so...
Well, sounds good to me. That Super Dreadnought is pretty big, but I think I have just the thing. I'm gonna do a Link summon for Dynamondo.
Yes, I know this one. I've played my fair share of Voiceless Voice.
That's right. So, he's going to shuffle your Dreadnought and one ritual monster in my graveyard back into the deck. And I'll do my Foie Glacia. Next we have Preparation of Rites, which gets me a ritual spell back from my graveyard and a ritual monster from my deck.
Go ahead.
So we'll take our level 1 again and our fish recipe. Are you feeling the might of my restaurant yet?
Well, that's just because this deck is better at going second. Sushi is still much better than your burgers.
Okay, we'll see. So now, we'll go to the battle phase. Bale Grill will hit into your sushi.
Shiro class carrier, you mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'll take a measly 200.
And then Dynamondo for 2200.
That's a bit more, but I'm only down 24.
With that, we'll set a card face down, and it's your turn.
In your end phase, I'll activate Gunkan Suship Daily Special to reveal 3 Gunkan monsters from my deck, and you can choose one of them to add to my hand. Your choices will be Shari, Shari, and Shari Red.
Wow. You know, I don't even like sushi. You're making me order an awful lot of it.
Yeah, I gotta make you get the taste for it.
Let's do Shari Red, probably the best choice.
Yes, these go back into my deck.
Also in my end phase, my restaurant will activate and allow me to put 2 cards back on the bottom of my deck from my graveyard, including a recipe card. Let's do Meat Recipe and Poissonnier, and then I'll draw a card.
I'm not even worried. I'll draw for turn. I'm going to activate Terraforming.
That's a good one.
With Terraforming, I'll add another copy of the field spell to my hand. Next, I'll activate Fire Recovery. I can special summon Suship Shari from my graveyard by discarding a card. I'll get rid of that extra field spell. Then I'm going to activate the second effect of Gunkan Suship Daily Special, which, not during the turn it was sent to the graveyard, can banish itself and put 3 of my Gunkans back into my deck to let me draw a card. I'll put these 3 back into my deck and draw 1 card. That was a nice draw. I'm going to activate Painful Decision. It lets me Foolish 1 level 4 normal lower monster from my deck to the graveyard, and then add the same monster from my deck to the hand.
I have a feeling I know which one you're going to choose.
I'm going to send Shari and add Shari. Next, I'm going to activate Gunkan Suship Shari Red's effect by revealing another Shari in my hand. I can special summon it. And on special summon, it activates its effect to special summon something out of the deck. We're gonna get the card that is really hard to pronounce. Gunkan Suship Shirauo. It doesn't have any effects on the field, but I just want its name. Next, since you already know that I have a Suship Shari in hand, I'm going to activate Suship Uni. Uni can reveal any Gunkan card in my hand to special summon itself, and then depending on what I reveal, activate its effect. Since it revealed the actual Suship Shari, it also specials Suship Shari.
Another full field of sushi, huh?
Next up, I'm going to make another class carrier with Shirao and Shari again, which means I get to draw and then search for a Gunkan spell trap once more. I'll draw 1 card. We're going to add another Gunkan Suship Daily Special from my deck to my hand. Next, I can activate the effect of Gunkan Suship Uni. I'll choose Suship Shari Red, and I'll make it level 5. This lets me special summon another Gunkan Suship Uni class Super Dreadnought. Yet again, I used a Shari for the summon, and I used an Uni, which means I get to draw a card, and this card gains the ability to attack directly. Draw once more. And for my last trick, I'll activate Solidarity.
Whoa!
This means all of my monsters, since I've only used fire so far, gain a whopping 800 attack, which means that my Shirao class carrier is now at 3250, My Super Dreadnought is now at 4200, and this measly normal monster is at 28. I would like to enter the battle phase.
Well, I might just have a couple things to say about that first. That's an awful lot of sushi and not a whole lot of burger. So we should probably change that, don't you think? I'm gonna activate Bale Grill's effect to target one of your attack position monsters, tribute it, and make myself a burger.
Well, in response, I'm going to activate my Super Dreadnought's effect to target 1, 2, 3 face-up cards on your field, up to the number of Gunkins I control, and negate their effects.
You've put me in a tricky spot, but I'm gonna have to activate Duality. Duality will let me tribute Bale Grill to special summon a light warrior of the same level from my extra deck.
Which means my negate does not hit Bale Grill. Okay,
that's
then
right.
Please resolve the change.
So Link 3 will tribute Bale Grill to special summon Dual Avatar Fist.
Then my card negates these two.
Yep.
Then you tribute my Super Dreadnought and you get your Hungry Burger.
I get my burger. Now the effect of Dual Avatar Fist activates to destroy your other Suship.
Luckily, it cannot be destroyed by effects.
No!
Well, I mean, you're not playing a burger here, so obviously I have to say no to that.
Yeah.
I would still like to go to the battle phase.
And with Dynamondo's effect negated, which I probably should have used, but that's fine. I guess you can go ahead.
I will show which one's better. I'll go with my sushi into your burger for a whopping 800.
Goodbye, burger.
And then with 3250, I'll attack your Dynamondo, which means 1850 damage for you.
Ouch.
I'll go to my main phase 2, and I actually have some more things to activate. I'll activate the graveyard effect of my fire recovery. It's basically the same as my daily special. I get to banish it, put 3 fire monsters back into my deck, and draw a card. I'll draw one. With that draw, I think I am ready to just set one and give it to you again.
Draw for turn.
In your draw phase, I will activate another Gunkin Suship daily special. You will get the choice between Shari Red, and Shari this time.
Let's do Shari Red.
Keep giving me the red one.
Yeah, that's my favorite. What can I say? We are going to normal summon Diviner of the Herald.
Another voiceless card. Sure.
That's right.
What are we dumping?
So, when she's summoned, she lets me send a fairy from my extra deck to the graveyard, which will be...
Herald of the Arclight.
Herald of the Arclight.
Wow.
That's right. And then she'll gain that many levels. She's level 6. So Herald of the Arclight triggers and adds a ritual spell or monster from my deck to my hand.
Yep. More burgers.
More burgers. So I'll add Foy Glacia to my hand.
Yes.
Next, it's time to make some more fish. We'll tribute our Diviner for our level 1. And then we also get to add a recipe from our deck to our hand. So I'll add another fish recipe. And then, because Diviner was tributed, its other effect activates to get a level 1 or 2 fairy from my deck onto the field.
Go ahead. More little weenies.
Little weenies or poissonnaires?
The Nouvelles.
And finally, I get to excavate 5 and add a Nouvelle to my hand. 5.
Well, there's one.
Level 2 goes to my hand. Meat Recipe will summon our level 2 by tributing Poissonnaire and our level 1. Poissonnaire will activate since it was tributed to go to the Pendulum Zone. And Meat Recipe will do nothing because you have no defense position monsters. So Conferus allows me, when it's special summoned, to destroy a spell or trap card on the field. So say goodbye to Solidarity. And because my Dual Avatar Fist isn't really doing much else, we're going to do another Meat Recipe, tributing him for another ritual monster.
Okay, what does he do?
Foy Glacia allows me to shuffle 3 cards from the graveyard back into the deck. So we'll do our Hungry Burger, as well as our Bale Grill, and why not our level 1. I'm going to use Poissonniere's effect, targeting your Shari to change it to defense position and special summon this card. And because I used an effect that targeted, I can use Foy Glacia to tribute a Nouvelle and an attack position monster to special summon a level 5 or 6. So we'll get rid of our level 2 and your Suship to summon back Bale Grill, which I just put back in my deck. So Bale Grill will negate the effects of all face-up cards you control, and because I summoned him with a Nouvelle effect, he also gets to tribute all your monsters.
Bye-bye, sushi.
And that means we're free to go into the battle phase and hit you for 24, 16, and 700.
Well, I mean, you did out my board, but...
You're barely living. Got a taste for burgers yet? I will set one card face down. End phase, our restaurant, you know what that means. We get a recipe and one other card to the bottom of our deck, and then we draw a card. And with that, I'm feeling pretty good.
I'll draw. First, I'll go to my main phase, and I think I will activate Pot of Prosperity.
That's a good one.
I'm going to banish 6 cards face down to reveal the top 6 cards of my deck. There we have a Solidarity.
Hey.
And I'm actually picking one. Next, I'll activate Gunkan Suship Daily Special in my graveyard. I'll banish it and place 3 Suship cards from my graveyard back into my deck to draw 1 card.
We may have 2 very different restaurants, but we both just love shuffling back to draw cards. Right?
Yes, we love advantage. That's crazy. Next, I'm going to activate Fire Recovery. I'm going to revive Ikura from my graveyard by discarding my Gunkan Suship Catch of the Day. Next up, I'm going to activate my Fire Recovery in the graveyard, banish it, and do the same thing once more, putting 3 monsters from my graveyard back into my deck to draw a card.
I'm beginning to see how you never run out of sushi.
It's an endless stream. I will activate Shari Red in my hand, revealing Shari. I get to special summon my Shari Red, and now on summon, I get to special summon 1 more Gunkan from my deck, but its effects are negated.
I don't want you to Xyz again.
Despite the fact that I already have one of these, I can special summon this from my hand because I control the Shari and it counts as Shari. Now I can activate the effect from Suship Shiro, and I can place any number of Sharis from my graveyard or deck and place them on top of the deck. I'll take 2 of my Sharis from my deck and just put them on top. Now the Ikura that has been laying here for quite a bit can activate its effect, and I can reveal the top 3 and special summon 1 Shari.
Wow, all planned.
Now to the main course. We will special summon 1 Suship Shiro class carrier.
I think your Suships have gone far enough. We're going to activate Horn of Heaven, tributing our Poissonnaire to cancel the special summon of your Suship. And then Poissonnaire will activate since she was tributed and go to my Pendulum Zone.
That is fine. Next up, I still have 1 Shiro and 1 Shari, so I will just do the same thing again.
Makes sense.
I'll activate both effects. I'll first draw 1 card, and then I get to add 1 spell trap to my hand. I'll add Gunkan Suship Catch of the Day from my deck to my hand. I'll activate Gunkan Suship Catch of the Day and also its effect. I'll put 1 counter on it, and I have to reveal 1 Shari in my hand and reveal 1 XC monster. And now you have to name a Gunkan main deck monster that is listed on any of my XCs that is not Shari, and I get to add that from my deck to my hand.
Wow, any choice out of all the cards?
Yes. But you name.
Let's see. What's this one? Shiro. That one. Let's do that one.
Well, you chose the right one, because if I cannot add, because all of my Shiros are already out, then this card just gets shuffled into the deck.
Hey! I was tracking it the whole time. I've been counting how many are going back and coming out.
I bet you were. One thing I haven't done between all of this is normal summon. So I'll normal summon my Shari.
All right, I've had enough of the sushi. We're gonna use Bale Grill's effect to get rid of your Shari and special summon a hungry burger.
I'll just activate my Solidarity once more. And I'll go into the battle phase.
Sure.
I'll attack with 3,250 over your monster.
That will activate my full Glazia, which, when a monster is targeted for an attack, it contributes a Nouvelle and an attack position monster you control to special summon a Nouvelle from the deck. Say goodbye to your Suship and hello to Balamunier.
In the next chain, my field spell triggers. First of all, you get burned by 250, or rather, you get to pay for the sushi that's gonna come.
That's right, that's right.
And I'm gonna special summon from my hand 1 Shari Red, and on top comes 1 Super Dreadnought. On summon, because I used Shari, I get to draw a card. And now I would like to continue my attack, but with an even bigger monster.
How did that happen?
Which is now at 4,200.
But also, Balmumir activates to give me a Nouvelle or a recipe to my hand.
Okay, I mean, you can search. I'm still gonna bonk all over your stupid monster.
Okay, we're gonna get Chef's special recipe, just in case.
You take 1,800 from this.
Ouch!
And this one only has 1,000, so I'll go to main 2. I will set one card and I'll pass it up to you.
Excellent. I will draw for my turn.
Now, in your draw phase, I'll activate Gunkan Suship Daily Special.
It's back!
But this time I actually have Shari in my hand, which means you don't get to choose. I just get to pick one card.
Great. Well, I got a couple options here, but there's one option that seems clear to me.
I don't know what this option could be.
I'm going to proceed to the battle phase and prove once and for all that burgers are better than sushi.
No! I'm still gonna have sushi for lunch.
Burgers all around!
Sorry, sushi gang.
We did it! We proved burgers are the best once and for all. I'm never eating sushi again. Is anyone else hungry?